And looks like we've got a bit of a wait here, and we do have stake boats out on the course. That's good to see.
Very good.
And we will have the girls senior 4 coming up next, and it looks like we are off and underway here in the girls senior 4. So again, 3 semifinals here for the girls senior 4, top 2 places moving on to the final for the Airlie Cup. In lane 1 here we have Petty, in lane 2 Branksome, lane 3 Lawrenceville, 4 Sidwell Friends, 5 Bishop O'Connell, and in lane 6 is Nutley. Get you some info here on the time trials from this girls senior 4. We had obviously the Lawrenceville crew in lane 3 was the fastest, but they were only, so the second fastest will be lane 4 Sidwell Friends 5:52. Lawrenceville had 5:38. So expect Lawrenceville to look really good here, and then after that Sidwell Friends is going to have a tough race on their hands from Branksome and Bishop O'Connell. And Petty as well. Petty and Bishop O'Connell finishing very close to each other. Nutley not too far behind. So expect Lawrenceville in lane 3 to strike out in front, and you are seeing that play out. And then the race for the second spot should be a really good one. And Lawrenceville at the moment out in front.
Semi-final 1, the top 2 to finals. Lane 1, Petty. Lane 2, Branksome. Lane 3, Lawrenceville. Lane 4, Sidwell Friends. Lane 5, Bishop O'Connell. Lane 6, Nutley.
Again, you see there lane 3, Lawrenceville striking out in first. Lane 4 looking really good as well. That's Sidwell Friends.
Yeah, some pretty decent racing here. I mean, I think this is going to be a fight to the finish, because, I mean, we have, just on our screen alone, we have 4 boats and top, what?
It's just 2, yeah.
Top 2. I mean, yeah, that tunnel is very, very small to get to the finals, and so we'll see who can edge out who in a couple minutes here.
Yeah, so we had, looked like lane 2, Branksome and Sidwell Friends in lane 4 were really, really close together. Lawrenceville obviously looking good in lane 3, but not as big as lead as you'd expect here at the halfway point after winning this time trial by 14 seconds over the next fastest in this event, that is. So winning the time trial, especially in these events with 3 semifinals, is such a boon. Because instead of 12 boats moving on to the semifinals, it's 18 boats. So the next fastest boat in this girls senior 4 finished 6th in qualifying. So it just goes to show how important it is to put up a fast time in the time trial. It sets you up for success in the semis, and then, a chance to put yourself in a really good lane for the final.
This inspired the creation of the first of their oar jewelry. Kaiser Oars creates beautiful handmade jewelry in sterling silver and gold with your school's blade design in hard-fired enamel. You can order your own custom-made oar jewelry by calling or emailing Mary Ellen Kaiser. A link to the M.E. Kaiser website can be found on the Stotesbury Cup Regatta website.
All right, 500 meters left to go here, girls senior 4. So just a little insight into what's up on the race course. These are the real prize sweeping events. We went through the quads and the doubles, the singles, which are the big senior sculling events. Now we're on to the big senior sweeping events, the girls and boys senior 4s and the girls and boys senior 8s. So we saw the second 4s and the second 8s earlier today, and we saw some really great racing in those events. So now these are the first 4s and the first 8s coming up. We'll have 3 semifinals in each. So just about 12 more races before we take our break here in the afternoon slate of semifinals. It's been a really nice morning of semifinal racing. We got about an hour left here in the morning slate. The conditions are starting to ease up. The rain is still coming down. The fog has lifted, though. The sun is starting to
Trying to peek out.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see cloud coverage all day, but the sun is, you know, at the very least getting higher in the sky. Hopefully we'll get it a little bit warm. It's still in the low 60s here, and you see Lawrenceville.
It's gonna be tight.
Lawrenceville's looking really good there in lane 3. They're good. It's Branksome, Sidwell Friends, and Bishop O'Connell now are fighting for that second spot in the final. Only one boat can join Lawrenceville. Who's it going to be? We saw Branksome in lane 2 looking really good earlier. We'll have to see where exactly they are. Lawrenceville just looking really good here.
Really good, really strong, connecting very well. They won't have no issues, and we may have a lane 2 taking that second place spot here.
Yeah,
which
Branksome.
Absolutely will be an upset.
Yeah, so Branksome takes second. Sidwell Friends will be third. Bishop O'Connell finishes fourth. Meanwhile, onto the race course is semifinal number 2. Semifinal number 2 on your screen.